Is your puppy or dog chewing everything in sight? Have you lost furniture legs, and have you dug up carpets, and you've lost some phones and remote controls, let alone shoes and slippers? Well, in this video I'm going to teach you how you overcome the common problem that is destructive chewing behaviour. Welcome back to Will and Mabel. If you are new here, my name's Will, I'm a canine behaviourist, and on this channel I help people become high quality, good canine leaders that are able to raise perfect canine companions. So if you are new here and want to join this amazing community that we're growing, where we help each other reach that task, hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you never miss a future upload. Now, when it comes to chewing behaviours, it is a behaviour that I am very, very familiar with my Labrador Sully. Labradors are known to be one of the worst culprits in the breed planet in terms of annoying chewing behaviours, and it's definitely something that when I took my eye off the ball, we lost a few shoes and a few slippers and a few bits of furniture. Again, it was completely my fault. I took my eye off the ball, and I'm going to teach you guys how to not make the same mistake I did. But if you are interested in my life with my Labrador Sully, how I train him to now be the perfect canine companion that he is, as well as some behind the scenes of being a canine behaviourist and how I interact with my family, with my dogs, I've got a new channel dedicated to that called Will and Sully. Again, the link to that is in the description box below. So to stop chewing behaviours for me is kind of a three-stage process. It's a very simple behaviour to get over. It's a very annoying one, and one that often costs people a lot of money, but it is something that only should really happen if you make a mistake and take your eye off the ball, which is what happened with myself and our Labrador. Just in the craziness that is having a young family, sometimes something happens and the baby decides it wants to be sick everywhere, or that it has what we call an exploder poo and everything's going crazy and the world's up in arms. You take your eye off the puppy for 2 minutes and you come back and you've lost the remote control. These things do happen, but like I say, there's a very easy three-stage process to help ensure it doesn't happen and to help them get over the behaviour as a whole. The first thing, and is probably the most important thing, and is exercise. I'm not going to spend too much time on it here because you guys, by watching these videos, are responsible canine owners and you understand the importance of exercise. A lot of chewing behaviours, especially if these behaviours are happening post-teething, come from just a frustration and pent-up energy. If you can burn off that energy, the dog doesn't feel the need to burn off that energy in the home, and it doesn't feel the need to burn off that energy via chewing things up. If you take them for a good run, really blow off that energy, do some frisbee, do some retrieving, do some swimming, go for a run, go for a bike ride, anything you can do just to burn off as much energy as possible, you'll find when you bring the dog back into the home, by then all they want to do is sleep and relax, and they'll leave all of your prized possessions alone. The second thing, and again it's something I'm not going to spend loads of time on because I do dedicated videos to this topic alone, is the importance of crate training or puppy pen training. You absolutely must, during the puppy stages, have a safe enclosed environment where you can keep your puppy out of problem behaviours, out of dangerous areas while you're otherwise engaged. For me, I think crate training is one of the most important things you can do for your dog. It's not cruel, and if you do it in the right way and in a positive based approach, your dog will learn to absolutely love its crate as its own little den and its own little safe environment where it can go for a good sleep and a good relax and get away from the craziness that is the human world. And if you get your dog adjusted and happy within a crate and within a pen, as long as you're not leaving them there for really long extended periods of time, which again we should never be doing as responsible owners anyway. I don't need to bang on about that too much. But if you're doing that anyway with your dog, you'll find that because they are in a safe, enclosed environment, they simply don't have access to the things that they shouldn't be chewing in the first place. So again, if you're distracted, or you've got to go and clean something up, or you've got to make dinner and you can't keep your eye on the dog, you can simply pop them in their pen, you can pop them in their crate. You know that they're safe and content and happy. They're not got access to any of the things that they shouldn't be chewing, and therefore no chewing behaviours in the first place. And especially during puppyhood, when they're teething and chewing is much more common, this is probably one of the best ways to go about it. And then the third and kind of equally as important thing is that dogs do chew. That is what they do. You can't stop a dog chewing altogether. It's a very much an innate canine desire to chew on things. So as good responsible owners, we need to give them things to chew and show them the things that we do want them to chew and show them the things that we don't want them to chew. You guys, again, if you've been following me for a while, you'll know that I'm a huge supporter of the Kong toys. I'm not sponsored, I'm not paid to say that. I use them every single day and recommend them in pretty much every single consultation I have. The standard Kong, fill it full of meat pate and chuck it in the freezer, have 2 or 3 of them ready to go at all time, is your best friend for so many different problem and annoying behaviors. So if you find that your dog is chewing a Kong or chewing a toy or chewing something that they should, don't ignore that behavior. That is a really common mistake that people make when they're raising a puppy, is that when they're being calm and relaxed or doing something that they should be doing, that is where we as owners get calm and relaxed and go, oh, finally I can go and do this thing, I can search social media, I can watch some TV, I can cook dinner, I can wash the pots. But that's the time where we should be reinforcing those behaviors. That's where we should be going over to our dogs and giving them a stroke and telling them that they're a good boy, or giving them a little treat, just to really constantly be reinforcing those calm, well-mannered, obedient behaviors where they're doing the right things. Stop ignoring those behaviors, and that is such a common mistake that we make just because we're so busy. But actively pursue times where your dog is being calm, well-mannered and doing the right things, and reinforce those behaviors with something as simple as a ruffle behind the ears or a little bit of a treat that you just keep on the side for moments just like that. Then secondly, if you ever do find that your dog is chewing something they shouldn't, a very quick, correct, redirect, reinforce program that I use and recommend is a very quick way of teaching them to what you don't want them to chew and then what you do want them to chew. The correction doesn't need to be a physical, punitive like punishment. It can be simple as a verbal or no or stop, and make it really distract them, make them switch out of it so they go, oh, what's going on? Sorry. And you condition your dog that that in itself is a command. That or stop or no means whatever you're doing, stop doing it. Look to me for direction because I'm about to tell you something that you should do. Then, like I say, you have your go-to Kongs and frozen Kongs ready to rock and roll. They're chewing something they shouldn't. You remove that away. You redirect them to something they should chew. A frozen Kong, a rope, a toy. Anything that you do want them to chew, you give them that. When they start chewing it, good boy, well done. Pat on the head, ruffle behind the ears, a little treat, excellent. And over time, if you're consistent with these very basic principles of canine ownership, your dog will very quickly learn the behaviors that you do want and the behaviors that you don't want. And that's why I always talk about consistency. Calm, consistent leadership. It's a triangle, and you can't be a good dog owner without any one of those points. You've got to be a calm leader. You can't be a leader if you're not calm and under control at all times. Someone that flaps and panics all the time isn't a good leader. You need to be calm, you need to be relaxed, you need to demonstrate to your dog that we like a calm energy. Dogs thrive in calmness. They don't like chaos or excitement. They want to be calm. Be a calm leader. Be consistent 100% of the time. Dogs thrive off consistency. Again, they're linear, they're black and white, they're 1 and 0s, very binary. Be consistent so that they can trust you. Trust comes from consistency with dogs, and then learn how to be a good leader that the dog knows it can look to you for direction. You get those things right, you have a perfect canine companion. It isn't rocket science, and that's exactly what this channel and my courses are dedicated to helping you achieve. So if you are new here, please hit that subscribe button. If you found this video helpful, smash the thumbs up button. I love every single one of you, and this community that we're building makes me smile every single day that we're helping each other. I've got an email address if you do want more help or questions or anything like that. So thank you so much for watching this video. I love every single one of you, and I'll see you on the next episode of Will and Mabel.